Dear students, welcome back. Now we will see the internal thoracic artery. So here you can see this is the subclavian artery, isn't it? So this is the right brachiocephalic and this is the subclavian artery here. So this subclavian artery is divided into three parts based on the presence of this scalenus medius muscle. This is called scalenus, anterior scalenus medius muscle. So this is one of the neck muscle, so which is inserting on the first rib. So because of this muscle, the subclavian artery is divided into three parts. So this is the first part of the subclavian artery, which is present between the brachial trunk and the medial border of the the scalenus anterior medius muscle. And below this muscle, some part of the artery is present, that is the second part. After that, from the lateral border of the scalenus anterior medius muscle, the right subclavian artery has the third part of the right subclavian artery. So how many parts? This scalenus anterior medius muscle is dividing this right subclavian artery into three parts. One is the first part, and below this scalenus anterior muscle, second part, and this one is the third part. Okay, so the same thing we have seen in the axillary artery, isn't it? Yes. Now, so this internal thoracic artery arises from the inferior aspect. So here you can see the inferior aspect of the first part of the subclavian artery. This origin lies 2 centimeters above the sternal end of the clavicle. This is the sternal end of the clavicle. So 2 centimeters above the sternal end of the clavicle. This artery runs downwards and forwards, and medially behind the sternal end of the clavicle. You can see this one is the sternal end, behind the sternal end of the clavicle. Below the first costal cartilage, the artery runs vertically downwards up to its termination in the sixth intercostal space. So up to here, in each intercostal space, this internal thoracic artery gives a pair of branches, a pair of anterior intercostal arteries. Okay, so this is occurring in the right side. On the left side also, the left subclavian artery will give the left internal thoracic artery. Okay, after supplying in the sixth intercostal space, this internal thoracic artery is divided into two branches. One is the superior epigastric artery and musculophrenic artery. This musculophrenic artery gives out the remaining anterior intercostal branches. So up to 6, this internal thoracic artery will give anterior internal thoracic arteries. After that, the branch of internal thoracic artery, that is musculophrenic artery, will give anterior intercostal arteries, a pair in each space up to ninth intercostal space. From 7th to 9th, this musculophrenic artery will gives. And out of this, one artery which is lying nearer to the lower margin of the upper rib, and another artery will lie nearer to the upper border of the lower rib. And these arteries will anastomose with the posterior intercostal arteries, which are coming from thoracic aorta. So this is about the internal thoracic artery. So now we are going to apply all these things in the intercostal spaces to understand the intercostal arteries. That we will see in the next video. Thank you.